I feel like in Speed, maybe you can speak on it too, bro. Like, I think Speed, because obviously we work together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We grind together. We in it together.
Every
we
day.
in these moments together. So you know how I am, and just the standard that I hold myself to, you hold yourself to, that we hold our room to. Obviously now that the season's over, we all in a moment of reflection. So now it's time to look back and see what it was and what it wasn't. But how do you balance success, but also keeping in mind to the type of player and a type of impact on the game that you're trying to achieve and grow into? How do you manage that?
I just put both of them joints in the same category. I don't look at success as the number of the stat line.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at success as how I affected the game and how I believe that is winning football to me. Me personally, when I came into the game, of course everybody knows D. Leonard. When I first seen like greatness in the NFL through my eyes personally on the sideline while I was in it, it was a guy taking the football away. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't crazy big hits or anything like that. It was a guy taking the football away. And I seen him win games off that. Like, we didn't both been on the sideline where D. Leonard then took the ball away. So that's how I started rating success in the league. But then it was a point in last year where Zaire made a comment and he was like, hey, like, I play the game the way I play the game. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And then that hit me, like, you know, when I'm in the league and I'm fresh and I'm young, because, you know, when I came in the league, I was only playing linebacker for 2 years.
Yeah.
So when I was fresh and I was young, I was like, taking away the ball is the only way that you can have an effect on the game.
Yeah.
And then Zaire came and was like, nah, stopping somebody and getting off the field, you can have an effect on the game of that. And then I was like, all right, let me take that piece. And then it was like, Walk was like, reading, reacting shit. Like, you can, you can take the game for that. You can take the game from that. And these are veteran guys that was here before me in the league and they had their success and then did what they was doing. So, like, when I rate my success, it's like, I start to look at it as like, how do I play the game? And how do I affect the game? I make plays.
Yeah.
So when you making plays and you affecting games like that, and whether it's a takeaway, whether it's a 4th down stop, whether it's a 3rd down stop, rate your success off that. Rate your success week by week. And then at the end of the season,
See where it stack up.
See where it stack up at. And see what happens.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if it stack up into you going into the playoffs, you then that's what it is. Because it's a lot of guys that don't got the stats that I have, anything like that, but they also got wins under their belt.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So how can I look at them and tell them he playing in the Super Bowl? How can I look at him and tell him that my success rate was better than yours because I had this many sacks or this many forced fumbles or this many, and he can turn around and say, oh, no, I was trying to play winning football. And dead the whole conversation right there.
And did. And he did. And
then
he was
can hold
doing
up his hardware. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like my success is in that. Now I'm going into year 6. My success is past the stat line, bro. My success is winning a ship. If I can win a ship, I'd take 30 less tackles, few less turnovers or whatever, just to be in the right spot.
Talk about it, bro.
And I think that's what you was getting across in that situation that was said, like, I play the game the way I play the game, and other players play the game the way they play the game. And then even when those other players was telling Z, like, this is how I look at it, whatever like that, it's just, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody got their success off that. You know what I mean?
We all
that
trying to be the best version of ourselves. Of ourselves, bro. And I think, and I agree with Speed where he coming from with that too. Just as, now, I would say for me, it's a little different just because, you know, I feel like, you know, grow up watching, you know, Brian Dawkins, Jeremiah Trotter, you know, Philly Eagle legends like that. You know, looking up to, you know, guys, you know, like, to be honest, you know, I love the way, like, you know, Antonio Pierce played, to be honest with you. Like, shit like that, like guys like that. Like, I grew up always, like, kind of idolizing the linebacker position and just kind of knowing guys from across the spectrum. You know what I mean? From Bart Scott, who, you know, great leader, great motivational, hard hitter. You know, obviously he was next to Ray. You feel me? I don't know, we could go on and on. Like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really I was more of a Lance Briggs guy personally.
Lance Briggs was fire too.
Yeah.
And Hillamar was cold at that motherfucking Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, Hillamar was going crazy. Hillamar was going crazy.
Nah, but I just, you know, for me it was just always like that. And like, you know, when I think it was like a Colts little thing for like the Jumbotron. They asked me for my Mount Rushmore of linebackers of all time. And, you know, I gave my joint. I think it was Ray Lewis. I had B. Wags on that joint. I think I went Jack Lambert. And then I think I might have went Mike Singletary, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it.
I think it was Mike Singletary.
Yeah.
But I guess how I rate and judge linebackers, especially from the Mike position, is first and foremost is leadership and calling the plays. To me, that's like you the quarterback on defense.
Beast in itself.
So yeah, that's a motherfucker in and of itself. Like, and to that being said, are you leading a good unit? You have to lead a top unit. All those guys, Mike Singletary, B. Wags, Jack Lambert, Ray Lewis, obviously, you know, shout out to Kuechly and all those other guys, you know, they're great. They led great units. And I think, you know, Tim did ask a question earlier, how would I grade, you know, our defensive performance throughout the year? And I feel like if I'm not going to put a letter grade on it, but I would say, you know, I would say it was good, not great. I feel like we had highs and lows. We went through adversity, but I'm proud of how we shook back and didn't take no for an answer.
Okay.
I know the end of the year stats not as pretty as we wanted them to be, but we all looked each other as men in the eye when we was ranked 32nd in scoring defense and said that's not the fuck we is, and we decided to turn that around, and I'm proud of us for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of us for the takeaway streak that we had. It was longest in the league at the time. Yeah. And I'm proud of that D-line for being top 5 in sacks. You know what I'm saying?
The franchise record.
And breaking the franchise record. I'm proud of me and Speed and D. Leonard because he had a part of it, and Shagun because he was a part of it, and Grant because he was a part of it. You know, the linebacker unit that we had this year that stood tall, that kept going through the highs and lows of the season and making play after play after play after play. You know what I'm saying? Them DBs from Jay to Jew to Kenny to Jew Blackman, you know, all those guys, Bake, you know what I mean? Look, plays was made. Nick Cross, plays was made. But we wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, the measure of a great linebacker, you got to lead a top unit. I'm talking like generational.
So going to more depth with that, talk about leading younger guys on the team based on leading older guys on the team. What's the difference in how you got to go about that situation and different ways? Because that's a challenge in itself.
I was just talking to Anthony about this shit, and because guess what, bro? I was not perfect. I wasn't perfect, but I was telling Anthony just a little bit about just the highs and lows of leadership. But what I would just say is, when you're dealing with young boys, man, you got to understand that they get caught up in the moment. It's letting them know that the sky ain't falling. And then we all fuck up, bro. Like, your favorite players in the league don't have great moments. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Tyreek Hill, generational talent. He not perfect. We didn't all watch Jalen Ramsey get beat. You know what I'm saying? If they could get beat, everybody, you feel me? Like, that should let you know we all bleed. And guess what? Them other guys get paid too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that, I would say it's more so like that. It's encouraging them. It's holding them accountable. Letting them know that, you know, routine and, you know, trusting your teammates, trusting the coaches is important, bro. That, you know, knowing your assignment is not just encouraged, nigga. It's your job. This ain't college. It's your job. You're paid to know what the fuck you doing. I'm not asking you to learn some shit. You only in this seat to learn some shit.
How do you lead those guys in their high moments? The rooks, the younger guys.
Man, I'm encouraging, bro. I'm pouring fuel on the flame and letting you know that I see the vision of who you trying to be.
So do you see it as, as for a younger guy, because a older guy, he more than likely already been on this roller coaster that go up and then it falls back down.
Yeah.
So for a younger guy, it's like you're encouraging, you adding fuel to the flame, and then that game come. You know, you always got that game or that rep come, or that injury, knock on wood, or that anything, and it just
Mm-hmm.
So you feel me? So during the up, when you pouring flame on the fire, how do you transition? You feel me? To support the fall.
Stay locked in. Stay true. Stay true.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't get cool during walkthrough. I know you just picked that bitch, but you picked that bitch because when we was in walkthrough, you treated that walkthrough rep like a game rep.
Yeah.
That's why when the game rep came, you reacted the way you did. Now you think it's cool to let the scout team receiver on walkthrough route you up on a slant and go and just say, oh, I got it. You ain't got it. Let everybody know that you got it because you always there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like keeping them humble, keeping them true to the situation. And then when it's like that, it's just, I feel like you always just got to fall back on your training, bro. You always got to fall back into the work, man. Like,
yeah.
But it's hard though, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's hard when you putting in work on something and you trying to be something so bad. Like you putting everything you got into it, and it feel like you just keep hitting that fucking wall. Like you just keep like not breaking through. You keep like not making the play that you want. Like, you know what I mean? And you just like, damn. And it make you want to quit. Like, you feel me? Like it make you want to be like, not quit, but just why I'm doing this for? Do this work? So like, why I'm doing that? You just
when you see a veteran guy in a situation because even though veterans are more susceptible of like knowing their career, knowing their body, knowing their mental, when you see a veteran guy hit a wall to where he like, shit just ain't going, dog. Like, it just da-da-da. As a leader in a locker room, what do you say to the veteran guy in that situation? Because, you know, we all need a little, you feel what I'm saying?
Encouragement, for sure.
Encouragement at a time like that. Do you remind them of what it was or what you capable of or what I seen you do? I didn't see you, whoop-de-whoop. Or do you kind of like, he just in his funk, let him come back to it?
Let me say this. First of all, with veterans, it's a lot different, but to be honest, a lot of it is one and the same. And I think leadership starts with, and I know Speed could definitely co-sign this for me, but leadership starts with the relationship and the personal connection that you have with the guys on your team, bro.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to the veteran.
Bro, I would say especially when it comes to the young boys, personally. Yeah. Because a veteran gonna understand the business of the league a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Whereas though the young boy still think this is kumbaya, I'm about to come back for a red shirt sophomore season. No, young boy, they made you inactive the last 5 games of the year, bro. You need to lock in.
Yeah.
You might look, I know you got a little pape. I know it's for off season. Look, go ahead, definitely do the Miami. Definitely hit this game.
Hit this Skyam.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, look, when it's time to lock in, you really need to lock in because you got some shit to prove. Don't let these people play with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would just say, like, for me, it's hard to answer because, you know, leadership is just very specific and a lot of it is just very different to the different situations. I done had a situation where, you know, I done had to pull, you know, guys, you know, in the locker room together one-on-one. And it's me telling you, like, bro, I knew you was a fucking savage since we was in college, nigga. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Since we was in college.
Yeah.
We went to war against each other. And I lost. You hear me?
Yeah.
I lost. You kicked my ass. So I know who you always was. Mm-hmm. Don't let these Twitter warriors, don't let these bloggers, don't let PFF, any of that shit, don't let that forget you who you are.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of shit like what PC said, like, bro, like sometimes it's, bro, go back and watch that shit when you was at Ohio State. Go back and watch that shit when you was at Ole Miss or whatever, LSU, wherever, and remind yourself, nobody built like you. You designed yourself. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's just, hey, look, big dog, I know it's been a while.
Yeah.
All it takes is one sack to get going, baby. Look. Hey, look.
Yes, sir.
All it takes is one of those hit. And then it's blood in the water, baby. That's all it takes. All it takes is one.
I got that step
All it
back.
takes is one. I know it's been a year and a half since you got the book. All it takes is one.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Just be ready. Just be ready. You know what I mean?
So my tactic, I feel like my tactic of like when I'm dealing with younger players, I go more towards you got something to prove. way of things and like just let them know this shit gonna come with ups and downs. Just having a little conversation with them. And most of the time, younger guys, they come in the league, they still got like their college camaraderie with teammates.
Yeah.
So I talk to them about shit that they like. Like I go talk to them about fashion. I go talk to them about cars, whatever they want. You know what I mean? Just have a little relationship on them off the field. So when I do talk to them and say something on the field, it's not coming as I'm trying to belittle you or I'm trying to say
this is my first time speaking to you.
This is my team. Like, you know what I mean? It's not my first time speaking to you in a sense. But with the veteran guys, that's where I love that the most.
Okay.
Because now I can go off experience that we done been through together. We was there and when we was on 3 Dog Night. Nigga, we was there when we was 4 and whatever the rest of the record was. And we was there when we went through coaching changes. We was there like Las Vegas. I made a few mistakes in the Las Vegas game, but I needed to just see Z. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I needed Z to look at me and be like, nah, dog, like you a playmaker. After the roughing the kicker. We extended the drive, fresh out the half. You know we need that momentum. Nah, dog, you a playmaker. That's you. You make that play. Like, don't even worry about that shit. I needed to come to the sideline and hear Dod say, I didn't see you make that play before. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of looks on the sideline that's scowling. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't going to say no names, but it's a lot of looks on the sideline that's scowling, but it's a few of them that's like, that's veteran leadership. That's how you lead a vet or whatever like that, based on a rook. I feel like that's the difference, and that's as a leader. You feel what I'm saying? I think we just got to know how to do both. And there's certain points where in a game where a leader got to lead a coach too. People don't talk about that enough. Sometimes you got to go to coach and be like, "Look, this is what we need out there." Sometimes you got to go to coach and be like, "Coach, I got that." Don't even worry about that. Like, you trying to put a safety over the top of me on this, and you feel like you need that safety to go zip a 3.
No,
don't worry about it, coach.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you this rook.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Okay. To further notice.
Okay.
I would also say too, like, there's different, like, you need different types of leaders on the team. Like, me and Tim talk about it all the time, just because we honestly been having this conversation for years at this point. Shit crazy. We getting old, Tim. It's fucked up.
But we there. Shit.
It's just like, bro, like, I can't have 53 Zaires on the team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't want 53 niggas that's out there just like me doing this shit. Like, that's not gonna make the team better. You get what I'm saying? And that's something, honestly, that I had to learn and grow into and appreciate. Like, okay, this is how I prepare. This is how I get ready for a game. This is how I approach, learn, whether it's learning something or how I play, or this is what motivates me. That's not everybody's situation. And you need the different leaders on the team, like, straight up, like, obviously, like Defo, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Defo, man, he means a lot to me because that's the guy that I follow. And, Defoe's not the most vocal guy, I would say. Now, he lead his room, him and Grove, but Buck, he lead that room. He take care of the D-line. If there's some shit going on, he gonna make sure he is right. That D-line, it move off that. He set that tempo over there. Okay. And to that extent, to the defense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, I know how Defo is. Like, Defo the motherfucker in the room that he ain't finna always stand up in front of the team or the unit and always feel like, he gotta say something or always wanna, you feel me? But when he say something, motherfucker, it's time to listen. Like, you get what I'm saying? And when he the one that's pulling you to the side, hey, Z, come on. All right, Defo, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You need a different type. You need the EJs, because I'm gonna come straight up to you. Hey, come on, bro. Like, so you chasing around these little bitches, you got them, you flying them out. You look, gang. Look, man, let's lock in. Let's lock in. You worry about the wrong shit. Come on.
Yeah.
EJ, I ain't gonna do these speed like that. But you need like you said. But you need guys in the building that understand and that can speak from different, like, you feel me? It's like good cop, bad cop. Like, sometimes, and look, but then there's other times with speed and the Speeder, cause see, that's why we be losing, cause you.
Oh God, I get that.
Chill, don't worry about speed, man. He just be winning. He just be winning. He just be winning.
But I ain't gonna hold.
Telling you why.
I can go that route because I make sure that I got personal relationships
with the people,
with all my teammates, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm more of a guy like I don't just keep it ball. Like it was some situations happened with some guys throughout the season, and I was like, and it wasn't even a situation that happened. It was way before situations, and I was telling people like, as a football player is one thing, bro, but if we gonna call somebody a family, we got to work on this person as a man.
Okay.
Like you feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
You catch a moment with a guy that you feel like slacking in the area, off the football field, on the football field or whatever, and y'all in the sauna, holler at him about it one-on-one. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at some point in time, if you're on that 53-man roster, you never know your name could be called. You feel what I'm saying? And when it's time for you to perform, I want you to perform off the love of the team, because that's when the passion gonna come out and you gonna give it your all. You ain't gonna be worried about next year's contract.
Yep. And we need you.
It's just gonna click. You feel me? You gonna do this shit just for the guy next to you or whatever like that. So it just that leadership is something that like that's very important. And like I think people ask us, they be like, how y'all get to the point that y'all was this year when everybody counted y'all out and it was no way that y'all was supposed to be competing to make it to the playoffs, anything like that? It's because we got guys like that, or what we just explained, the Defoe, the Z's, the K-Mo. You feel what I'm saying? The Big Q's, the Me's, like, you feel what I'm saying? It got people like that that's pushing that shit through the locker room.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?